Today, we're breaking down the Anaheim real estate market as we head into January using the most recent December market data. This isn't about predictions or headlines. It's simply what the latest completed month tells us about where the market is right now and how to think clearly about this phase moving forward. Based on December data, 67 homeowners listed their homes for sale. That is 6.3% more than the previous period. What this tells us is that more sellers are choosing to enter the market, but this is a measured increase, not a rush. Sellers are listing because they can, not because they feel forced. At the end of December, there were 166 homes actively for sale in Anaheim. That is 3.8% more than the previous period. This means homes are staying on the market a little longer, giving buyers slightly more options, but without creating oversupply. Anaheim ended December with 1.9 months of housing supply. That is 11.8% higher than the previous period. Even with that increase, inventory remains well below what we would consider a balanced market, which tells us sellers still hold the overall advantage as we move into January. Looking at buyer activity from December, 43 homes went under contract. That is 31.7% fewer than the previous period. Buyers are still active, but they are moving more carefully and taking more time to make decisions. During the same month, 87 homes closed escrow. That is 9.4% fewer than the previous period. Transactions are still happening, but the overall pace of the market has slowed. There were 176 total closed transaction size in December. That is 8.3% fewer than the previous period. Fewer total deals confirms that the market is decelerating, not stalling. Based on December closings, the median home price in Anaheim was $910,000. That is 4.3% higher than the previous period. Even with slower activity, home values continue to trend upward. The average sales price came in at $913,374. That is 4.0% higher than the previous period. Higher priced homes are still selling and supporting overall pricing stability. The median price per square foot was $607. That is 3.4% higher than the previous period. Quality homes are still commanding premium pricing. In December, homes sold for an average of 100% of their last asking price. That figure did not change from the previous period. Sellers are still achieving full asking price. Homes sold for 99.3% of their original asking price. That is just 0.7% lower than the previous period. Discounting remains minimal. Sellers are giving up speed, not price. Homes spend an average of 25 days on the market in December. That is 47.1% longer than the previous period. This is the clearest sign of change. The market has slowed in pace, which gives buyers more time and rewards better preparation. Total closed sales volume for December reached $160,753,770. That is 4.7% lower than the previous period. Less money is changing hands, confirming a slowdown in activity rather than a decline in values. As we move into January, this is still a seller's market, just a slower one. Inventory remains low. Prices are still rising. Homes are still selling at or near asking price. What has changed is the pace. In markets like this, reward precision. They reward correct pricing, strong preparation, and clear expectations. They don't punish participation. They punish assumptions. That's how to read the Anaheim market right now. Power up.